Hey, what's up, guys? This is Preston. I'm Sports Cheetah on Twitter. For many of you guys that were following me last year or last season during college football, I did a Q&A each week, and essentially I would ask out on Twitter, I'd say, does anyone have any questions about particular games? And then I would record a podcast that week and go over usually 7 or 8 games that were generally the most popular that people were asking about, and I'd kind of talk over any situational spots or injury news, matchup X's and O's, and then kind of give my personal line as far as the side goes and the total, and then kind of go from there. And as far as giving you guys my advice, well, I had this idea kind of in the off season during basketball, and it will eventually be its own website essentially. But for now, I'm kind of testing this out just via a YouTube channel. But essentially, I want to have eventually where every week where people, instead of having to ask me about a game, if they are wondering about the Michigan State-Nebraska game, they just go to the site and they go to the Nebraska-Michigan State game and they can click play, and I'll have like a 2 to 3 minute breakdown of that game that they can listen to. I'll give my personal line, my total, any advice that I see in the game, just kind of make sure, if they're liking Michigan State, that I'm not against them on that, or if I'm with them and I like the play as well, then they kind of give them the confidence or the boost to go from there and make the play. Because I know a lot of people, at least in the Twitter community and audience, they're trying to get better and they're trying to do this themselves, and that's one thing that my college football preview is good for. Going into the season, you're able to get a base power rating system that you can use to start kind of doing your own handicapping week to week. But if you still have questions and you're new, whatever, I mean, you want people that at least you hope know what they're doing. I hope I know what I'm doing, and having that vote of confidence on a certain side in any game, whether it's Michigan State, Nebraska, or Kent State, Ball State. I'm going to break down every single game in about 2 or 3 minute video every week, and so you essentially it'll be cluttered and crowded via a YouTube channel, but the idea is eventually it'll be on a site kind of like an ESPN score page where it has a game cast / like box score for each game, and it'll show the spread, and then you can kind of just click play and listen to the audio down the road, at least for the actual website that I'm building for this. And so the idea is that you guys basically, instead of if a tout or a person likes a game, instead of having to bet that game, maybe you want to bet, the SEC games in the morning because that's the only time you're able to watch college football, and so you can listen to all the SEC breakdowns and that I do and pick a couple games that you like. It's kind of just going to tailor more to people that don't want to blindly follow for one, because I'm going to give you information and break down why I like a side or not. But I'm also, going to give people the opportunity that are trying to do more on their own or trying to do a certain conference or whatever it may be, the opportunity to just get better at doing that. And so, if I have a paid play at Wager Talk or whatever, and I do a preview for that here, for example, say like Auburn Clemson is a game that I gave away a free play in. I did a Wager Talk Best Bet video about a month ago. If you want to look at that, you can go find it on the site. But I gave away a play in that game. If there's a free play like that, I'm going to be giving them away here in these videos, or eventually on this kind of like podcast audio file site that has every game every week broken down in a little short 2 to 3 minute clip. And so if it's a play, though, say I have a big like 5%, my play of the week, whatever tout jargon you want to use, I won't break those down. I'm going to have send people to my site to get that play if that's something you're interested in. If you're not, then just pass on that game, listen to the other ones that I'm going to be going through. 90% of the games I won't be betting. That's not true. It's probably more like 80% of the games. My volume's pretty high. But anyways, that's kind of the gist of what this is going to be all about here on the YouTube channel. This is kind of the introduction, and then we'll go from there. First game up is Cal, Hawaii. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, kind of as a test, break that game down for people, and then post it up on YouTube, and I'll be starting to release these just kind of as I go the next month before the season starts for week 1.